What's up, gamers? You're not going to believe this, but I have never played Animal Crossing. I bought it for my son years ago, but I haven't actually sat down and played the game myself until today. So let's take a look at my first Animal Crossing session and I'll let you know what I think. You guys know I'm gonna say it. This game is very cute. So I can see why it's so popular and why everyone loves it. I debated about whether or not to show literally every second of gameplay so you can see the whole opening and beginning of the game. But I'm worried that's just way too much of the boring beginning of game stuff and a lot of reading, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to the important stuff. I wasn't sure if I wanted my character to look like me or not. I feel like when I make characters look like myself in games, it's mostly boring. It's just brown hair and brown eyes and black shirt is what I always choose. So I decided to give my girl here this kind of maroonish color hair and blue eyes. There isn't a lot to choose from, but I'm assuming later in the game I'll have access to more options. I'm not sure how much the maps matter, but I ended up choosing this one. If you could bring one thing with you to a deserted island, what would it be? I really don't know if it would be anything on this list exactly, but let me know in the comments what you would bring. Okay, so next we get on the plane and head to our island. I don't know if we are supposed to be on a vacation or if this is our new forever home. That part of the story is a little bit unclear to me, but I don't think it actually matters, does it? Anyway, here we are on the island and it's very adorable. I'm gonna have to get used to this curved world situation. So the first thing we do is have this little orientation and get our tent from Timmy. So I chose a spot sort of in the center of the map for my house and set the tent up here. Then Tom Nook tells us to go help our friends find spots for their tents. I just decided to let them stay in the spots that they picked for themselves. I'm sure that you can move them or put them somewhere else if you don't like where they start out, but it was just easier to do it this way, so that's what I did. So after placing the tents, Tom Nook asked us to gather some materials for a bonfire celebration. I just ran around and collected a bunch of sticks and apples. It took a little bit for me to get used to the controls. Does anyone else have trouble with that when they go from playing one system to another? I always feel like Bambi learning how to walk when I go from Xbox or PC to the Nintendo Switch. Anyone? Just me? Okay. At the bonfire, we celebrated our new island, and I don't know why I didn't really think about it before, but I didn't expect to have to come up with a name for my island, so I was like, crap. I'm so bad at naming things. I wanted to name it Huckleberry Island. Bonus points if you can figure out which movie I got that name idea from, by the way. But apparently that name was too long, so I landed on Huckleby, which I think sounds cute. I don't know if I've heard that somewhere before. I don't know, but that's what I'm going with. Everyone, of course, decides that my name for the island is the best because apparently I am the coolest person ever. After the party, we grab a cot from Mr. Nook and head back to our new home. So I opened up the packages and I tried to put my cot down. I don't know how to move stuff, so I just put my cot away and like stood where I sort of wanted it to go and put it back down. Please tell me if I'm missing something here about how you place objects or move them around. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so now it's the next day and it's so bright and sunny. I really do love that about this game. It's just so cheerful. Now we get to learn all about our new Nook phone, which is our little in-game smartphone. It's very cool and there's a lot of stuff in here. I did start to feel a little bit overwhelmed though with the amount of things to do and look at, even though my island is pretty much empty. It's a lot to learn, and maybe that's why I kind of like stayed away from this game for so long, because it just feels like I'll never catch up to where everybody else is. But I don't want to think like that and let it stop me from trying it out and liking the game. So the last thing I did today was check out the resident services tent to learn all about all the stuff in there. I decided to go ahead and make myself a fishing rod, which just required me collecting more twigs, which I turned into the flimsy fishing rod. I felt like this was a good place to stop for the day. I didn't have a ton of time to play this morning. This took me almost an hour actually just to get through all this beginning stuff. But I've at least got the island started, so now next time we play we can really get into the fun stuff, I think. This game is adorable and I do think I'm more motivated to play it now, so if you'd like to see me continue this series, give the video a thumbs up. I'd also really love for you to consider subscribing and turning on your notifications so we can hang out again. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!